So once you have pressed your plain seam open at your 1-inch extension, go ahead and press your hem as well, okay? And the reason we are pressing the hem is so we can get some lines, some guidelines to work with. Then what you're gonna do is once you open this up, you almost have a square, some lines to work with, okay? We're gonna use those lines and that's gonna help us connect a corner. So when you're sewing for this corner, you want to work on your right side for this one, okay? So what I'm doing is you find the center, which is easy to find because you folded your corners, right? And then you can fold this part to find the accurate corner over here. You can fold this point right here at that line that was just created. You also have a notch and you can mark a little marking here. Then what you want to do is you want to connect those lines. Okay, so you get a line that goes through that corner, that square corner and this one, right? That's the line you want to sew on. Okay. Does that make sense? Okay. So now I'm working on my right side. When I fold this, so I'm connecting these two lines together, facing each other, and that's the line I want to sew on. Flatten your fabric out. Back stitch to start. Continue on that line. Go right in the center and you can even see that pressed peak over there. That helps you guide. Once you have done that, before I actually go ahead and cut the fabric, I always want to make sure that I do everything okay. So I want to turn this around first and I want to check, is this looking okay? Did I sew it okay? Was my seams all right? And then I will go ahead and cut it, because once you've cut it, there's no going back if your seam has accidentally been sewn wrong. So I'm keeping it about 1 to 2/8 away from the seam and I'm cutting that excess fabric. Now in the corner, just so I can get a beautiful sharp corner, I am clipping right here, and again I'm staying a little bit away from my seam, about 1/16 away from my seam, just because you don't want any of the raw edges to poke out of the seam. You can give it a nice press over here at this point too, which will help your corner open nice. And then you want to flip your corner and you get a beautiful corner like that with a vent. Okay, now I'm not done at this point. I do not want these vents to be lifting up, so what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to do a nice clean line here. Now again, you can use your tailor's chalk, but from that punch hole, if you guys see my demo right here, so from my punch hole, I'm going just about 1 centimeter above. And I'm going along my angle of the vent. I'm gonna repeat that same step on the other side. just so my vent is holding down. It's not flopping around, okay? So now I'm just, you can do a decorative stitch if you want. You can actually change your settings over here. You can go a little looser if you wish. So I'm starting at this point. And I'm gonna always backstitch to start, even for a decorative stitch. It does serve a purpose. So it's like that top stitch description I was giving, which may or may not serve the purpose, but it's for decorative use, but it is for both, right? So when I get to the corner, I pivot and I come along the other line. I'm going slow here because I want to keep both the sides equal. And there, you have a vent right there. Yay!